Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to February's budget video. Apologies, this is a bit late. For those of you who don't know, I'm a management accountant. We just had month end at work and it was a bit hectic. It all just got a bit much, so sorry for the delay. So this is what I was paid end of Jan and this is how I budgeted it, and I'll also give you an update on my 10k savings goal. So as usual this month I was paid £3,043. I have opted into the share scheme at my work and I've opted in at the highest level, which is £150, but I'm guessing it's going to start from next month unless I haven't opted in correctly, but it wasn't taken out of this month. So fortunately I had a little bit of a buffer in my account, which is great because this month was very tight. I put in my £12.50 for the rent and bills as usual. People often say that we should go live with our parents to save money, and we may be doing that pretty soon to hopefully buy a house by the end of the year. Who knows? I'm speaking into existence, or am I jinxing it? I don't know. On my Monzo this month, I gave myself a little bit less than usual and I gave myself £500. This is so I could still hit my savings goals of putting £500 in my house savings. Then I had all my usual bills, so £11 for Canva, £72 for my phone, £3 for baby gym and £16 for Netflix, and £8 for Disney. Because I put my £500 in my house savings this month, I didn't have enough to put in sinking funds or ISA. At the end of January, my Christmas sinking pot is at £50. I was aiming for £100 a month, but even at £50 a month, that's £600 for Christmas. So we do what we can. I did have 2 one-off expenses this month. So because we had been on our holiday in January, we overspent a bit. Normally Nick clears the credit card because I do all the food shopping and stuff, but we spent quite a bit. So I decided to chip in and put 367 on there. And then another expense, which we should definitely have a sinking fund for this, and it is on my to-do list now to recalculate the £12.50 so that this is included in our joint expenses, is our car insurance. This was £880 for the year. Oh, but my half was obviously only £440, which people on TikTok were going wild about. So it's £80 for the whole year. It's just for my insurance. And I've always been like an additional driver on my mum's policy. So I haven't been my only like named main driver for very long at all. It was only like last year, I think, and this year. Last year it was even more than £880. I think it was like £1,400 or £1,200. It was very expensive. I think it was £1,400. So in January this year, I was like, I'm definitely going to renegotiate this. But then the quote came through at £880 and I was like, oh wow. I still ran through like Compare the Meerkat and all the quotes were coming in at like £900. So I guess just because of the size of my car and how many years I've been a driver on my own. But to everyone on TikTok that's saying I could get it cheaper, just tell me where, I'll do it. So yeah, I spent more than I earned this month. Obviously, a lot of it went into my house savings, so I could just put less in my savings. If I need to, I could take money out of my savings, but that is how I budgeted everything. In terms of my long-term savings goal, so in my social media earning, I've made £1,924. At the end of January, this should have been closer to 2,500, but we move. I've had some really good months on the creator fund. In January, I made like 260 or 280, which is my best month on the creator fund ever. I just need to be getting better at applying for UGC and monetizing in other ways. My page is going quite quickly. I'm almost at 14k on TikTok now. So maybe I should start reaching out to some people for more brand deals as well. And then after that £500 payment, my house cash ISA has £2,537 in. So that's £37 ahead of schedule. I can't like top up my social media earning because I only want to put money in there that I've actually genuinely made on social media, partly to track it for tax reasons and partly as just like a little goal in my head. But I am allowed to top up the house cash ISA. So if I haven't made enough on social media, I can try and level it out. And as everyone knows, my goal is that by the end of June, both of these accounts are at £5,000, so that I have 10k overall by the end of June. So that was my budget video for the month. Let me know of any other sinking funds that you think I'm missing. So far I just have Christmas, and obviously I'm going to do my car insurance and like car maintenance and stuff. I would have a holiday one, but I think we just need to focus on saving for a house right now. This month I also made £10 through Monzo referrals. There's a link in my bio. And if you join, we both get £10 for free once you've made your first transaction. Monzo is just an online bank and it's what I use for all my day-to-day spending. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. And I also made £28 through Jam Donut, which is a cashback app. I'll put my code on the screen. It's CUB3, and if you use that, you get £3 for free, and you can cash out once you get to £10. It has all the major supermarkets on there, like Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury's, has like all other kinds of shops as well. And so now when I do my Tesco food shop, I buy a Tesco gift voucher and I get cashback on it. Sometimes the cashback is higher than other times. They like boost it at different times. But yeah, that was a cheeky £38 through referral codes. And I'm just gonna keep trying to build my side hustle income. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.